Oh, no, there we go. Apparently the microphone didn't want to turn on. How's everybody doing today? Sorry about that one. Yeah, I'm going to be showing you part 2 today of how to make our gorgeous amulet necklace. So essentially it's a little beaded bag that hangs from the base of a little necklace. In part 1 I sort of started making my little bag piece. See, here's the an example one just here. There's a cute little bag that you can pop something inside of. See, like so. So yeah, I've showed you how to do the netting in part 1 of the video, but today I'm going to continue on. I'm going to show you how to zip it up into the finished bag, show you how to do some of these tassels, and then how to make this really gorgeous necklace strap. So make sure you stick around, of course, and enjoy the show. I see we've got lots and lots of people already here commenting. Morning to Debbie. She's in, no, she didn't say, but it's early in the morning. It's only 9 a.m. for her now. We've also got Janet here, we've got Daphne, Sue, Max, Gillian, Pam, Doris, lots and lots of people joining us, which is fantastic. But yeah, so like I said, I'm still running the competition. So if you want to have a go at naming our gorgeous colorway for this week, which is this one just here, it's part of a competition where the winner, this is the color that I've been demonstrating with, the winner's going to get their choice of any colorway of our amulet bag kit. So of course that's if you can get this color that I'm demonstrating with, you can get the purple one if you prefer. We've also got a turquoise one, which these are all for sale as well, of course. But if you want to win one, comment down your name suggestion for that red one, and whoever is the best one next week will tell you who won, and we're going to send them a free kit. Essentially, doesn't matter where you are in the world, we're going to send you one. See, this is the green color, which I think looks really spectacular, but you can sort of see through it a bit more today. Anyway, so like I said, I'm going to be using some fantastic crystal beads today to sort of enhance my little amulet bag. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing. But first thing, we need to turn our little piece into an actual amulet bag. Currently it's just a big piece of netting, which I'll show it to you now. Yeah, there we go. It's just a piece of netting at the minute. This is pretty much where I'm up to. If you were watching yesterday, I kind of only got about here. So I finished this off now, and now I'm in position to continue on with my sort of stitching it into a single piece. So there's all of my netting. Where you want to be now is all the way to the end, but you want to be at the bottom before you go back up, essentially. So because usually when you're netting, if you miss part 1, by the way, the link is in the description. You can watch that. If you're watching on the Bead Spider website, the page that you're on right now, you should be able to just scroll down a little bit and it should be there. So there should be the link there in the description, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, to be able to find it really easily. Let's see. So yeah, of course, this is the colorway which we want you to be naming, which I'll just put the little ticker at the bottom so that you can read that one. But yeah, so this is the competition colorway, which I've got it now available on the website so that you can purchase this one if you want to. We do also have our pattern booklet available on the website as well. So if you want to get that pattern booklet, that is available on the website now too, and of course all of those different little colorways. So let's begin, shall we? This will be a bit of fun. So essentially what we're going to do, like I said, we're down here at the bottom corner and we've got our tail thread, the one that we started our little ladder at the top with, just here. Here we go. We've got someone who's new, who's just commented in, by the way, so I might give them a little warm welcome. It says, Mags, I'm new, both to the art of beading and your tutorials. So welcome to Mags. Thank you very, very much for joining. I hope you're going to enjoy a little bit of beading today. And then we have another one here, Etty, which is someone I haven't seen before. Welcome to you as well, just because I don't recognize your name, so I thought I'd say hello to you as well. Thank you for watching. So, right. Oh, actually, just before I begin, I will just tell you very, very quickly, if you want to get one of our Tudor bangle kits, we are doing a discount on them. That's ending very, very soon. So you've only got a couple of days left if you want to get one of our Tudor bangle kits. So make sure if you want to make that one, that was the tutorial I did or that we released last Wednesday. There's just a couple of days left to get the any 3 for 20 or something like that, 21 maybe. You get a nice little discount when you buy, I think it's 3. So yes, let's turn our little piece just here into our bag, shall we? Wait a second. There we go. Here we are. So pop that here. No, not wanting to fade. Yes, there we go. Yes, so essentially once we're at this point, we want to turn this nice long piece into a bag. So the way we're going to do that essentially is to fold it in half, because you can see this is going to be the sort of the top part of our bag. This is going to become the base of our bag, but we need to join these two sides together, one to the other, so that they're actually there's just so that they're actually like joinable, turn it into a single stitched piece. So if I just zoom on in, and we'll get involved into the tutorial a little bit quicker than usual today, I think. I'm going to just remove this little stopper bead. It's not really doing much anymore anyway. And with my thread down the bottom here, we're just going to leave that one for now. And we'll come back to it a bit later. But first, we're going to deal with our tail thread. So we're going to use this opportunity to sort of use up the last of our tail thread. So I'll just grab myself a little beading needle here, size 10 or size 11 or size 12 beading needle, whatever's your preference. They work. You can use split needles as well if you like. And I'm going to start stitching them together. Once I've got it stitched, I'm going to use these gorgeous little long bicone crystals to create my little tassels, which if you haven't seen them before, long bicones are fantastic. So it's the same shape, as it were, as a bicone bead, but they're sort of stretched, elongated, and work fantastically for drops. So if you want to head over to the link in the description where it says you can get today's kit or the related bags, I think the link is bit.ly/amulet bag. You'll be able to see some of these colorways down there. So these are the beads I'm going to be using in a little bit. Here we go. Very nice. We've also got Sandy, who's here. This is her very first comment. She says, "Hello, Matthew. I've been following you for a bit from Southern California, so thank you for watching." She said, "This is my first time commenting. I suggest you name your kit Sunset Red." Great suggestion there. I really like that one. Thank you, Sandy, and thanks for commenting. I'm glad we could encourage you to sort of chat along and be part of the conversation that we've got going while we're doing our tutorial. So anyway, I've got my tail thread here. I've got my needle on my thread, which I'm using Spider-Lon thread as always, because that's my favorite. Just get my mouse out of the way. We don't need him. And like I said, I'm going to just fold this over and turn it into one single piece. So the way that we're going to do that, Debbie's just suggested Tequila Sunrise as the name for the kit. So that's another nice suggestion. Don't forget, you can suggest as many names as you want. You're not limited to just one suggestion. Do as many as you like. So anyway, so see how we've got this little ladder along the top? It finishes here. We're going to join the two together using that same ladder stitch. So how we do that, we're coming out the bottom of this one here. So we're going to go up these 3 beads here. So if I actually, maybe I've got a really nice image in my instruction booklet to show you it, just because usually I have diagrams, but not today. Here we are. Where's my little diagram? So there we go. This one just here, you can see we're going to come out of the bottom of this one and into these 3 just here. You can see I've got a little cut on my finger. Gave myself a paper cut just before the show because I was being silly. But yeah, so there you go. So we're coming out of these 3, and we're going to into these 3 here at the other side, and then we're going to go back around and down into the 3 that we're coming out of right now, so that it looks kind of like this just here. So I'll just pop that one. Here we go. here we go. So with us coming out of the bottom, just like I showed you in the diagram here, we're going to zoom in a teeny touch so you can see. Go up through these three. So 1, 2, 3, which is the opposite side of our little piece just here, which if I put my finger inside, hopefully you can see. There we go, see, one end here, the other end there, and as I pull them tight, this little thread will join the two together. So I'll pull, pull, pull like this all the way so that it's nice and firm like that. There we go, see, it's starting to come together. And now just to finish it off, we'll go back down those 3 beads where we started from. So 1, 2, and 3. I know I've got it in left-handed view. I will put it into right-handed view for all of you right-handers, but I'll just start off in left-handed view like I usually do, and then I'll progress over to the right hand. So you can see it's a little bit loose just now. If I get my finger in there, you can see 2 bits of thread. Just give that a nice tug, and that will bring them nicely together. See, just here? And you can sort of even just roll it ever so slightly onto its side to bring it a bit more into the center so that you can work with it a little bit easier if you want to. So make sure your tension is lovely and firm. And now what we're going to do is start stitching these 2 parts together. So if you remember, I finished off, this is the other side, this is the side that I was working with before, this is where I ended. You can see it's not quite going to fit together properly just yet, but that's perfectly fine. So what we need to do first is just take our thread down and through this little contrast bead, just here at the top first. There we go, there's that first little hole bead just there. Pull that tight and that will sort of sit between these 2 spaces just here now, sort of just holding it nicely so it's a bit more evenly spaced like all the rest of our other little pieces are. So now what I can do is join from contrast bead to contrast bead until I get down to the very, very base. So it's really, really easy to do. I'll just take some of my red beads because the contrast ones are already in there, and we're going to go 1, 2 beads, which is the size that we're using in our netting. See, between each contrast, we've got 2 beads here, 2 beads here, 2 beads between each one. So we're going to just join our contrasts from one to the other. So the easiest way to do that is if you're coming out of contrast on this side, we're going to zip them up. So we're going to go from here to the opposite side, just like this here, and zip this little piece to that piece at the top. See that? Nicely like so. And now because we're coming out of this side, we'll pick up 2 more beads again and we'll zip. I'll just turn it over so that we can see where I am at, so I can work away from myself, which I find is a little bit easier. You can work towards yourself if you prefer. So if we have a look, these 2 are in line with each other. So we don't want to join them, we want to join the one below so that we create that same netting. See, we need to sort of join this little angle just here. See that? They're not quite joined. So let's take our needle across and through this one just here. So through there, pull that tight. Got a bit too much tail, I think. There we go. And you can see they're sort of starting to stitch together. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit loose. So we can see now we're in the next row. We want to go diagonally down again to the next one. So we'll pick up 2 more beads. 1, 2, and I'm going to go down into that next one. So don't worry about it being loose just now. It will be fine. It's all going to work out very nicely. We just go diagonally. You can see it's sticking out. See, there's it's the one sort of sitting outwards. That's the one we need to go down. So we don't go through one that already has 4 vertices. We only want it to have 2. So pull that, get my thread untangled, and stitch it there as well. Nice and firm. 1, 2, across to the other side, which I'll flip it over into right-handed view when I finish this little zipping. But we go down here now. Maybe I'll do it sideways. Maybe that's the easiest way to show it to you all. There we go. Because I'm going to go continue down this way. There we go. There's the next one. Pick up 2 more. And we're going to jump across diagonally again, so we can see this one is the next one. See, there's a vertex just here. They're all coming to this point, where this one, they're not all coming to the point, so that means this is the one we need to connect to next. So we come down through that one there. Doesn't matter if it's a bit loose just now, it will all tighten when we get to the very, very end. So pull that through there. Don't get your thread caught. There we go. And you can see it's sort of starting to, if I put my fingers inside, come together. See that? There's like a little zipping, and as you pull it, they come together. So let's just do 2 more. If the row previous on this side is coming loose, again, that doesn't matter either, because that just means this little thread here needs pulling, but you can sort that at the end. So just continue along. This one's sticking out, so we'll go through him. He's the next one down. Pull that nice and firm. 2 more. And we're going to continue doing this until we get to the very, very bottom. So this one's sticking out now. Just a couple more. Oops. Pull, 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 pull. Get it firm. See, it's coming together. It's coming together. 2 more. And back through this side. I tell you, it's much easier if you're holding it just straight in your hands. Trying to demonstrate while keeping it flat and in position makes it a little bit more difficult, but if you've got it held in your hands, you'll have much better control of it than I'm managing to get right now. But anyway, keep that nice and flat, because I'm trying to even keep my fingers in it so you can see what I'm doing against the background. There we go. So now we're back over onto this side here. So we'll pick up 2 more. And we jump over to the very last one on this side. We can pull that finally nice and tight. So if we pull it, hold the top, and pull this one all the way down, and we can do the same with this side, just pull them both until you've got a really firm little finish. You can even pull them both at the same time if you want to. Oh, did I add the wrong color beads? I did too. Wasn't paying enough attention. There we go. Just undo those 2 and use the correct color beads. Pay more attention to what I'm doing. I tell you, it wouldn't be a Matthew tutorial if I didn't have a teeny weeny little mistake just here. Here we go. Let's just see. Just get that back in there. There we go. Got my needle back through. 2 red ones. And just do that last little join again now through that little base piece. Just into there. Pull that down. And then again, I can just pull both ends fairly firm. And you'll see, there you go. Look at that. And the netting comes completely together. Look at that. You can't see a thing. So now what I'm going to do is just using that same needle, I'm going to join around to the bottom here and sort of come back up so that I can knot it up and get it all secure and finished. So I'll pick up 2 of my red beads, 1 of my gold ones, and 2 more red beads. See them all there? And I'm going to go from one side, this little base here, into the opposite side, this little base just here. So I'll just pull that nice and tight now. There we go. And you'll see, you can even pull them in opposite directions. It's all fully finished all the way along to the base now. And all I've got to do is secure this little thread off, and then I can get rid of it, tie it off, and be done with it. And I'm going to use this one to stitch the 2 pieces together. So I'll just weave up a couple of beads just to sort of get it out of the way. You can, if you're a bit loose in your first row or your second row or whatever, you can use this as an opportunity to tighten them back up again as well. So that's another good thing that you can do. Get your thread just nicely inside here, and we'll do a blanket stitch. Just I would recommend doing a few, but I'm just gonna, for speed, do just the one. So inside here, through the loop that I've just created. And now see that we want it to sit underneath that little bead there, so we'll just pull it through, and that's going to tie a nice little knot. And that thread is now going to be fairly secured, and I don't need to worry about it. I'll weave through a couple more beads to make sure I'm moving away from that knot. And then, like I said, I'd recommend you do a couple extra knots and then finish it off. But for now, I'm going to leave it as is. I'll pull this thread and we're going to join our base into a single piece. So now, essentially, we've got a lovely tube. We want to create this, turn this tube into our finished little bag piece. So here we go. If you want to as well, which maybe I will actually, you don't need to do this, but you can also tie a blanket stitch down here with this main working thread just to keep your bag secured and you don't have to worry about it coming loose or anything, because if you saw, it was sort of, this working thread is still a little bit loose when I before I've got it tight. So all I'm going to do is just tie a little knot just here, but essentially in the same way as what I've been doing, I'll keep it nice and firm, go underneath here to create a nice little loop like this, and then I'll go through that loop and make sure it stays in the right spot. Just here, almost there. There we go. So I want it to be between those beads because that's where the thread's currently coming out. And then I'll make sure it's all nice and tight. Get it firm because that's very important. So pull, 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 hold it tight, and then there we go. And now that's going to be nice and secure, and I don't have to worry about it coming loose, and I can pretty much just start stitching the base into that bag shape. This little tail thread just here, of course, we can forget about. You can weave it off, and you can get that cut off, get rid of it. You don't need to worry about it anymore. Let me see. I saw Max had an idea about these little dots. You could do them with microcrystals. Yes, that would look fantastic. It would make your bag ultra blingy and it would look really fantastic. Because you've got to go through them a few times, you might want to do your base with seed beads, but this little netting section at the top, microcrystals would look fantastic, I think. So anyway, what we're doing now, I'm coming out of this bead here. We need to just, doesn't matter which one, we need to just make sure we're coming out of one of these little beads in the base section. So from here, I'll just go through this little section, whichever direction you want to go. If you want to go this way, go this way. If you want to go that way, go that way. Actually, I'll flip it into right-handed view, shall I? Just real quickly. Here we go. Let's make it right-handed. Ta-da! I'm right-handed all of a sudden. So anyway, I'm going to go in this direction, just up here, so that I'm coming out of my little bee bead, the contrast color. And so essentially this is going to become the edge of my bag. So if I just fold it now, because it was a big tube, I can just fold it so this is sort of out the end of my little base, just like this here, and that's sort of now become the edge corner of my bag. You just have to rotate it around. If you wanted to change it to another bead, you just rotate it around and just sort of put the ones that you want to be your end bead in position. So now what we're going to do is just sort of stitch these together, these little end pieces. So I'll pick up 2 red beads, like so, and I'm going to, actually I'll turn it around so I'm working sort of in the same direction as my needle. So I'm going to come out here, and we're going to go through the first of these gold beads here. So just straight in there with 2 little red beads. It's kind of the same as how we stitched our netting together just before. We're kind of going to do something similar again. So just into that little gold bead down here at the bottom. So this is why you would use a seed bead at the bottom if you were going to use microcrystals, because you do have to go through these beads a few times, you'll see as we go through it, to get it nice and perfect. But there you go. That's going to create that first little join just there at the bottom. See it? There's 2 beads there. Now what I'll do is just jump directly across into the next gold bead beside. So technically we're joining them side by side with a little square stitch. So just through there, lift that up, pull that, and there you go. So now the 2 gold beads are sitting nicely side by side like this. So we'll pick up 2 more of these red ones, and we'll go through this first gold bead that we were in at the very, very beginning. So see that? Now we have a nice little square section sitting just on top here at the bottom. So I'll continue around now and bring ourselves into position to do the next one. So I'll get my tension nice and firm, hold it between those fingers. Through here, and through the next little gold one. I know they look a little bit white, but they are actually a really pale gold. I'll see if I can hold them in my hand so that you can see the actual gold color of them. This is the seed bead just here that I'm using. But yeah, I know they look a little bit white against the bead mat, especially because these beads are red. It sort of washes out the yellowness from them. But when you take them away from the red, you can see they're the very same bead. There you go. See? Aren't they lovely? So now you can see it's a glorious sort of rosy gold color. It's spectacular. The reason I've chosen it is because it will go nicely with my 3x4 crystal that you'll see a little bit later, and also my little long bicone beads as well. So that's what those little beads look like. I know they look a little bit white next to the red, but they are actually, it's probably the camera really, they're actually a really pale gold color. So now I'm going to do the exact same thing again. So I'm going to pick up 2 little red beads and go through this next little gap here. So jumping across and through this next gold bead, we'll go through the gold bead beside it as well to sort of square stitch it in, if you will. Get it nice and tight. Again, it's important you keep your tension firm. So I'm keeping it tight through there. Pick up 2 more of my seed beads here. And then I'm going to go back towards the end through this one here. Ooh, almost out of shot. So there we are. So yes, I'm going back towards the end now. So we go away from the end and then back towards the end again. Each time through the gold beads. So now we'll go through here, across to the gold one, again, through the 2 red ones, which I didn't quite go through them all. There we go. Make sure your thread does not get caught on the seed bead previous. See that there? Make sure it doesn't get caught. Through there, through the next gold one. There we go. And now we're just going to repeat that again. So 2 red ones through our gold bead, our little contrast color. Don't forget to give your name suggestions, by the way, for this colorway. It is very, very lovely. Don't forget it's red and gold, not a white or a silver or anything. It is actually a gold color. So now back into here, pull it tight. 2 more red ones, and back into this gold bead along here. And you can see it's sort of creating this nice, soft, flat, smooth little bottom piece along the base. There we go, through that gold one. Hi to Frances, by the way. She's just said hello. She says hi everyone, so everyone says hi to Frances. Comment in and say hi to Frances, everybody. By the way, give me your ideas of what you would use something like this for. I had a few people, I was looking through all the comments that people put in on Wednesday's tutorial as to how they would use this. One lady, which I saw, which I thought was actually a fantastic idea, because you're going to be wearing this and it's going to be nice and handy. She said that this was actually because she uses an EpiPen for you know, keeping her medicine in if ever she needs it, or if you know someone with like an allergy and they've got a really severe allergy and they have to have medicine on them at all times. Her suggestion, oops, I just realized I wasn't paying enough attention. Come on, Matthew. Yeah, her suggestion was to turn it into a little bag to keep her medicine in. So if at any point she needs her medicine, there it is straight away at her neck in this little bag. Another person suggested, which I thought was a really lovely idea as well, was she said that her husband had passed away, and that she has this teeny weeny little urn that she keeps his ashes in. And so she suggested, which I thought was like a really lovely sentiment, is that you can keep them right there next to your heart when you're wearing this little necklace. So again, that was a nice thought. I saw someone else suggested that you could put your chakra crystals in if you if you are a believer of the sort of the healing art of gemstones and things. You could pop some into your little bag. So that was another suggestion as well. Jermaine likes to keep a big crystal that we have inside her one. It's just a little pendant that she likes. It's a big crystal, and she puts it into her amulet bag. But what other ideas have you got that you would like? I know lots of people said they liked the concept of potentially having it as their phone case, which I was thinking I might do a tutorial on how to do that, actually turn it into a phone case. But yeah, it was a really nice idea. So let me know which sort of ideas you might have for how you would use one of these little amulet bags, what you would store in it. Comment in right down below with your suggestion of what you would store in it. And then, of course, don't forget, everyone, don't forget we're still doing our naming competition. So if you haven't had a suggestion yet, named a suggestion for this colorway, make sure you comment in with an idea for what you would like this colorway to be called. And then if yours is the best name, you'll win a free kit. So there we go. Let's just keep my thread in the way there. There we go. Pull that through. So you can see we're about halfway through now, and it's really starting to firm up. You can see it's a little bit loose at the bottom, just there, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Doris, this is a great idea. She says, I use them for shopping trolley coins. Yes, great idea, because there's nothing more annoying than when you're going shopping and then all of a sudden you need a coin and you just don't have one. Well, you can get one of those little tokens and stick them in there. Really, really clever idea there from Doris. Here we go. Here we go. Fran says, I would love that as a phone case tutorial. Well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I've so many people are saying that it sounds like a fantastic idea. I am going to do it as a phone case tutorial. I'll do it as a YouTube video, I think, maybe in the next couple of weeks or so. But yeah, I think that's a really nice idea. Anyone else? Ooh, here we go. Oh, there's Debbie's suggestion for name, Golden Sunset. Let's see. And Fran says, I would put my crystals in it and wear it around my neck. So yes, exactly. As someone suggested yesterday, another great way. But yeah, lots of different suggestions coming in on ways. That's what I want to hear. I want to see what creative ways would you use it. So we're almost through it now. We're getting through that little join. So we're almost at that bag shape, which is what we're after. So I'll just continue along. You can see it's a really clean, neat little bottom finish, this one. This was Jermaine's design idea, this amulet. And I'm a big fan of it. But yeah, this was Jermaine's design. In case anyone was wondering who was the designer, it was Jermaine. But yeah, this little base is a lovely little design. But wait till you see the necklace strap. The necklace strap, I think, is a really fun little design. I think you'll like it. So make sure you're sticking around to see our necklace strap design, because that's going to be coming towards the end, which it won't be too far. I'm going to show you how to do some tassels once I've done this. I'm not going to do all the tassels, just a couple, and then I'll jump on and get on to how to do the necklace strap section of it. By the way, if you didn't know, the kit that we're selling of this particular design, which I will put the ticker up for the special offer, you can save over 15% if you want to get 2 kits. So we're doing them on special, usually because it includes all the instructions, all the beads, all of our kits. They include absolutely everything that you need. So you get thread, you get needle, you get the instructions, You've got all the beads, absolutely everything that you would need. The only thing it doesn't include is a little bit of your time. That's the only thing you need to supply with, is a bit of time to actually put it together. So if you want to get the amulet kit, jump onto the link down in the description or up in the description, depending on if you're watching on Facebook or on YouTube. And you'll be able to get 2 of them at over 15% off. So instead of £36, you'll only pay 30. So you save £6 when you get 2 of them. £3 off each one. So quite a good little saving, if I say so myself. So let's just, almost there now. We're almost finished. Here we go. Through here. And across again. Now also, as usual, we would usually, because it's the end of the month, do our little, which I'll pop it up on the screen for you to see. Yeah, usually we would do our little segment where we show everybody's pictures off, but I'll just pop it on the screen. If you want to be on, well, not today's show, but if you want to be on one of our shows, usually we do it at the end of the month. Just send us your pictures of what you've been making to live@beadspider.co.uk and we will get you onto the show. Unfortunately, this week, it hasn't quite come to plan. There's been some exciting developments in the Fisher family. My sister and her husband and their little boy, Leonardo, they have just completed on their first home purchase. So we went and got the keys just earlier today. So we've been very, very busy organising. She's packing. Andrew's gone off to London to go and help pack the bag and everything. I'm just doing this last little iteration. So we go through this one bead and then back again. But yeah, so that's why, unfortunately, we don't have our photos available. I'm not going to be able to show off everybody's photos today because Andrew hasn't had the time to prepare them all because he's been very, very busy helping out with Alex. So there you go. You can see I've got my whole base now done. It comes to 1 bead point at the end, 1 bead point at the opposite end. And now what we're going to do is just weave around once more so that we're coming out just before that last little gold bead. So I'll go through this one just here, pull it nice and tight, keep this off. Don't get your thread caught. There we go. Pull that through there. And now I need to come through both of these red ones, but not the gold one. So there we go. So that's going to complete our cute. How cute does that look? Doesn't that look fantastic? That cute little bag there looks really, really nice, I think, personally. But yeah, there's... here we go. Oh, and Max, he's clearly enjoying this tutorial. He says, awesome design, versatile, almost a masterclass. I did do some master classes recently, but this is how I do all my tutorials, Max. A key pouch, says Jan. That's a great idea as well. Stacy Bailiff has said, let's call it Desert Canyon. I like that name. Let's see. You could do it as a lanyard, says Kay. Catherine says, I'm so glad I found this site. So many excellent projects to keep me busy. I'm glad you like it. So, oh, and Sabrina, who used to work for us when she's living in Germany. She used to work for us. She says, that's great news. Congratulations on the new home for my sister. But everyone, comment. I want everybody to comment in and say hello to Sabrina. She's dropped in, someone who used to work for us a few years ago. Lovely to see you, Sabrina. She's a good friend of mine. So anyway, there's the actual little pouch section. And now I'm going to show you how to add on a couple of these super cute little tassel-y sections. So see these, just to sort of give it a bit of an interesting look. Something when you're wearing it. If I hold it up here, wait for it. There we go. So when you've got it wearing, it just sort of adds a bit of extra detail to it, which is quite nice, I think. So the way we're going to do that, we're coming out of this little bead here. And, oh, no, we need to see me. We need to see what I'm doing, not my face. That's no use. So I'm coming out of this little section here. So what we'll do, we'll pick up the first of our little drop designs. You can alter the design if you want to, but essentially the way that we've done it, which if I show you the diagram just here, we're going to come down, add on all of these beads here. So 6 seed beads, one of our contrast, one of our 3x4 crystals, another contrast, 6 beads, a long bicone, and then we're going to end with one of our little beads here. If you want, you could graduate them into different lengths. It's entirely up to you how you do this section, but essentially, like the instructions, maybe I'll do them ever so fractionally shorter. So instead of 6 beads, maybe I'll do 4 beads. I don't know, see how that looks. Do 1 with my contrast color. I need to cut myself some of these gorgeous little crystals. I'll zoom out a teeny touch. These are the crystals I'm going to use. Ooh, apparently the bottom corner has a thread showing. Oh no! Where did I do that? Ah, what a disaster. Actually, hopefully if I'm lucky, oh yeah, there is a thread showing. Hopefully I should be able to loosen it and just tighten my thread, but I'll leave it for now. It's going to just be a little hidden bit of work, but I can probably just get rid of it. I'll fix it a bit later. But yeah, that's why you want to pay attention to where your thread's going. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so now that I'm coming out just here, I'll pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 contrast. I'll cut my 3x4s. I've got my Matthew mug here with my hand painted by me dinosaur. Wait, let's hold it so we can actually see my name on it. There we go. All right, okay. Let's see. Now let's cut this little strand of crystals. It's always fun. I really enjoy cutting crystal strands. It's one of my favorites, just because then you've got all your gorgeous beads coming out. So I've got, let's get a few more, obviously. There we go. There's some of these little 3x4 crystals just here, aren't they nice? So let's go contrast. Then we'll go one of our 3x4 crystals. We'll go another contrast. 4 of my little red ones. 1, 2, 3, 4 red ones there. And now I'll get one of my long bicones, which again, if you didn't see them earlier, they look like this. So they're bicone beads, but even sort of longer, extended, which makes them perfect for doing this sort of tassel-y drop shape thing. So if I slide it down, move that up a little, there's the start of it. That looks so classy. I love it. We'll go, do you know what? Let's go a contrast bead, 1 more of these, and I'm going to finish off with a contrast bead. I think that's a nice design there. What do we think? Just that. That's how I'm going to make my little drops look. So we're going to forget this last little bead here. I've made my tassels a little bit shorter than Jermaine does them. She likes a long tassel and I prefer them shorter. But you can make them super long or graduate them if you want to. Play around. But yeah, so we'll go up all the way through all of those beads that we've just added. Get this tail thread out of the way again. Through. It doesn't matter just yet if it's not tight. So see how it's a bit loose? You just have to hold your very last bead as you do it, and that will sort of just pull everything tight together. So there we are. Look at that. And there's my first of my little tassel-y bits. So now we're going to move along, and the way that we're going to do that is, see how we were coming out of this bead just here? We're going to jump across, if I just zoom in a teeny touch, jump across from this red bead, skip the end bead, and go through there and come out of our gold bead. Just here. So pull. Get it nice and firm. You want it firm but not too tight so that it gives, it's still got a bit of fluidity to it. It'll move around, it drapes, it looks nice. I know it's short, but I like it this way. Jermaine's already telling me it's too short. I don't care. I want it to be short. There you go, see? Jermaine does it a couple of beads longer. I don't care. Mine's going to be short. So now we'll continue on and we'll add our next little tassel. So we do it in the exact same way. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, a gold, a 3x4, and another gold, like that. And now we'll just sort of slide it close down into position, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, a gold, my long bicone, just there, and one more gold bead, and then we'll just turn around again. So we'll go back up all of these beads, through them all till we get, there we go, through them all, see that? Back through, pull it all the way through, hold that little end bead, and pull, 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 nice and tight till it goes all the way to the end. And now what we're going to do, I was coming out of that gold bead, remember, on the one side, but because we want it to sit in the center, see it's coming out of this little gold bead here, we want it to sit in the center, so I'm going to jump across, and because we want to go forwards, I'm going to just go straight through the red beads and come out of the next gold bead. So, whoops, I've gone through a bit few too many beads there. So, come on, one less. Fine, I'll start with just the red one now. So we'll go through the 2 red ones. Pull that through. There you go. And now you can see it sits nicely in the center of the 2 beads. So I'll go through a gold one again. Just that one gold bead. Make sure your thread doesn't get caught, like mine almost did. In fact, my thread is caught around both of these little loopy bits. So let's just pop them back through. Both of them. There we go. And now I can just pull that through. There we are. And now I'm ready to do the next one. So I'll just do one more tassel, and then that will probably do me. So Jermaine is telling me to do a longer one, but I just don't want to. I just don't want to. I like them small. I'm rebelling against my dear old mother. I'm my own person, okay? So now we'll do exactly the same again. Slide that down. And then I'm going to finish off one gold, one of those long bicones. This looks so nice, I think. Color is just like so rich. There we go. And then down there and back, forgetting this last little bead. So just this last little iteration I will do. Up all of these here. Through that. You don't have to go through them all at once. You can do them in separate goes. Just keep it relatively loose. Through all these ones here. Till you're coming out of all of your beads. Pull it all the way through now. Doesn't matter again if it's not quite tight yet. But again, see we're coming out of the gold bead. We're coming out of this little gold bead here. Just here. Well, maybe I'll make it a little bit tighter than this. My inner OCD said, no, 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 we're not going to just do that. So there we go. And now I'll go across from this gold bead. Oops. From the gold bead and through. See, we're coming out of here. Through the 2 red ones. And the following gold bead again. Like that. And we just continue doing that until we get pretty much to the very, very end. Pull it nice and tight. And if you need to, you can just sort of pull on this little bead on the end, and that will tighten the bit before. Then just pull that. There we go. And that should give you a nice firm little tassel. But there you go. So we just continue on like that now, and we do all the rest of our tassels at the end. So Debbie, like I suggested, she agrees. She said shorter on the outside and graduated towards the middle and then shorter again to the outside. Yes, that's a nice idea. Maybe do a really short one here and then sort of bring it down towards being quite long in the middle because there's an even number. you do 10 tassels, you'd need to have 2 long ones and then sort of bring it back down again. But yeah, very, very nice idea there from Debbie as well. But yeah, so lots of people saying graduate the fringe. Exactly, you can do if you want to. It's entirely up to you how you do the fringe. This is just my little suggestion of doing them all, just because I kind of like them being all the same length, because once you've got it finished, I personally think it looks very, very nice when they're all the same, just because it's sort of giving you that same squarish shape of the actual bag. Just sort of extends it. It looks really nice when they're all the same length. But of course, graduating, of course, can look fantastic as well. So how you want to do it is entirely up to you. So let's get on now with doing this strap. I think you're going to really like this one. The strap itself is very, very nice. I recommend bringing in a new thread for doing this, because it's your necklace piece. You want to be able to take the thing off if you need to, so if it breaks or anything, you won't lose the entirety of your bag or anything. You'll just lose sort of like the join of your necklace strap, and you can always fix that quite easily. A new thread for the joins is always a good idea, in my opinion. Having a sip of tea there to keep my vocal cords nice and moistened. Grab myself some more Spider-Lon thread. You'll probably need like a meter or something. Just whatever's a comfortable length for you to work with is probably plenty. Maybe a meter, maybe a little bit less. Who knows? Maybe a bit more. We'll see. But yeah, the instructions, by the way, if you want to get the instruction booklet, don't forget you can get that from the website, which I'll just show you before. While I get myself all prepared, let me just show you the website here. So if you've never seen our website before, www.beadspider.co.uk, which is just here. No, where is it? There we go. beadspider.co.uk, just down here. There, that's the web address right there. So type that in, or click the link in the description, and if you click on the link, it will take you straight to where the products are for this. But otherwise, the homepage looks like this. So this is the homepage today. If you want to watch the part 1 of this tutorial, if you click on this big thing that says Beaded Amulet Bag, click on there. It will take you to the page. So here's part 2 at the top, which is what we're playing right now. Here's part 1 down below. So you can just click on that and watch part 1. They're both on the same page. Also down here is, and I need to change that text just there, this little page just here, you click on this, this will take you to where you can find all the products for today's tutorial. So if you want to choose your 2 colors, this very one at the beginning where it says sale, you'll get your discount if you get this one between now and next weekend. This one is £30 for the 2, and you get your instructions. But yeah, this is the competition color which we want you to name. This one just here. You do also have the purple, you've got the turquoise, the green, the blue. If you want just the pattern, it's this one just here, which I was going to put the word pattern on it, but clearly I haven't. But anyway, just here, pattern number 98. This is the pattern if you want to get just the pattern. I've got some 3x4 crystals as a donut bundle here. You can see all of our Spider-Lon. I'm using the Deep Plum today, which I think is a fantastic color. I think it's gorgeous. If we scroll down though, these long bicone beads, I've got a couple of options of those just down here, but otherwise you can find the long bicones on our crystal page as well. So for example, from the menu, if you come up to beads up here, and then you come to crystal beads, here we go. Are they going to be in crystal bicones? Long bicone crystals, there you go. So click on that. So we've got some 2mm bicones, 3mm precision bicones, 4mm precision bicones, some 4mm strands, 5mm precision, 6mm strands, 6mm precision, and then if you go long bicone crystals, you can see them all here. There you go. These are all the colors. So choose that if you fancy. Also, while I'm here, let's just take a little look at the tutorial library. So if you come down here and you go kits and tutorials and go all tutorials, click on that one. That takes you to the tutorial library. So if you're watching this and you're going, where's part 1? however long in the future, you can always come here and see the Beaded Amulet bag live tutorial. You can watch our chevron stitch tutorial. Here's the Tudor bangle one, which is the one I was telling you the sale is going to be ending. You can watch the video just here, and if you want, just click down here at the bottom, the Tudor bangle kit and products. Hopefully, yes, it is. You can get 3 of them for £20, but those are these little fellas just here, these 6 colours. So the aquamarine, the silver mulberry, the copper lace, the royal purple, the golden turquoise, and the Tudor rose as well. So, yeah, if you want to get those ones, they are these just here. So these are the Tudor bangles. They're going to be going off sale very, very soon, so make sure you get on. These colours have been updated. They've got lovely metallic looking twins now, so they're even nicer than these 2 versions. This rose one particularly is absolutely stunning. I don't have the beads with me, but you see them when I talk about them in the video after. But anyway, let's get back to doing our little tutorial now. I'm going to show you how to do the strap, and then we don't need to do too much more after that. Oh yeah, this would be a nice one. Just like Kay, she said, hit that thumbs up if you forgot. So please, like Kay is suggesting, everyone, like this video, share it if you're on social media with some of the bead groups or anything like that. If you're part of a bead group who let you share, please do share this video with them. You can also share the link to the YouTube video. If they don't like it when you share pages from other groups, you can just post the YouTube link usually, and that will be fine. But yeah, make sure you share that, everybody, and subscribe to our newsletter. That's something very, very useful. If you can do that, we appreciate it very, very much. So I'll just put at the bottom, by the way, where are you? Here we go. So yeah, if you want to sign up to our email newsletter, which is the best way to find out when we're doing things, there's a link in the description, and we'll give you a £5 gift voucher to try out on some of our beading patterns anyway. So I'm going to just sort of bring a new thread in here, and then I'm going to start doing my little tutorial here. Debbie asks, can I purchase and download the pattern, or do I have to have it mailed to me? No, we don't mail patterns unless you're buying a kit. If you buy a kit, you get your pattern mailed to you, but otherwise they are downloads that you can just download at your leisure. We don't mail the pattern downloads. If it says it's a download, you'll get it, and then you can just print the PDF. You'll have the file, print it whenever you want. But also, if you are getting some of our download patterns, I recommend make an account on our website, because then if you've got an account, if you want to find your, I'm just bringing in a new thread, by the way, if you want to find your pattern at a later date, you can come back to your My Account page and download that file anytime in the future. So even if it's today, tomorrow, 6 weeks from now, 6 years from now, if you've bought a pattern from us, if you paid for it, free patterns are a little bit different, but the paid ones, you've got them permanent access in your My Account page to download it any time that you want. So if you've got an account, that is a great thing about it. But also, if you're in the UK and you make an account, if you're spending, which this is only for people in the UK, if you're spending £10 or more, you get free postage. No matter where you are in the UK, no matter how much you're spending, free postage, well, as long as you're spending £10, I should say, rather than no matter what you're spending. But yeah, as long as you spend at least £10, you get free postage. So really, really good value there, I think. So I'll just weave up now, tying a couple of knots to bring in my thread. And essentially where I need my thread to be is coming out of one bead from the end. So see these little ladders at the top here? See that little top ladder? I want to come out of the top of this one, not the very, very end one, the one beside it. So we'll go up all 3 of those. See that there? Pull, 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 all the way through. That thread is nice and tight. We can just get rid of this thread a bit later, of course. Let's just zoom in. By the way, you can place phone orders if you're not so tech savvy. If you don't like working with websites, just give us a call instead. So let's start now. I'll pick up 3 of these red beads, and like I said, what I'm going to do is jump across to the mirror of the opposite side. So if you have a look, see how it's flat like this? We don't want to go into the end bead. We want to go 1 bead from the end. So technically there should be 2 beads in between. We'll go down, just the 1 bead is enough. See that? Down the 1 bead, and that creates like a little anchoring loop at the top for us to create our strap. So see that there? Pull that down, and now we've got 3 little beads sitting on the top. So now I'm coming across, and I'm going to bring myself to that far edge now. So right onto, just underneath, jumping across. So technically it's a square stitch that I'm doing. Go through the side and up into the very end row now. And again, I'll pick up 1, 2, 3 beads and go down into the front face of my little piece here. Just the first bead is enough. Pull it tight. Make sure your thread doesn't get caught. And there you go. Now we've got 2 little beads here, which I'm going to use as my little anchors. So I'll go across. Again, once more, you can go down 1 extra bead if you want to. Just, you know, it's up to you. How many beads you go up is how many you go down, sort of thing. So just square stitch across, get through. Come on. I've got my tension so firm I can't get my thread, my little needle into that bead. Maybe I'll go 1 lower then, shall I? Let's go 1 lower. So that's always something you can do. If your tension's really firm, just go down an extra bead when you're doing a square stitch. Doesn't matter. So I'll go up into the next one. There we go. That's better. And I'll go through the first 2 beads so that I'm now coming out of one of these little anchoring beads that I've got here. So through there and through the first 2 beads that I added at the very beginning, and now I'm coming out of that little anchoring section. So see that? Just like that there. There's 2 beads here. The good thing is when they're a little bit loose, they'll sort of rotate, which is kind of what you want. But anyway, what we're going to do now, I'll just show you very, very quickly in diagram format. By the way, you can always, wait, where's my little diagram? Here you go. Just attach a little charm, just with a little loop to the front of your bag, just like that. I'm not going to bother showing you, but you know, if you want to add a little charm to the front, just create a little loop and hang him on if you want. So here we go. What we're doing now, we've created our little anchor, and we need to now pick up these beads here. Oh, I'll put it back into right-handed view in a second. So coming out of our little anchor piece, we're going to pick up 1, 2, a contrast, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a contrast. So then it will create like a little loop when we go through our little anchor beads like this. So that's going to create a nice little loop. So we've got 2 of our red beads, 1 of our contrast, 4 red beads, and 1 contrast. See that? And now what we'll do, coming out of this little anchor piece here, we'll go around, and then we'll go through this to sort of make them sit sideways, side by side like this. So pull, 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 nice and tight, and that just creates a teeny weeny little loop like this here. So essentially you've got 4 beads at the bottom and 4 beads on the top. So what you can do now is we're going to add into this a teeny weeny little crystal bead. So if we've got our little 3x4s here, we've just got to, where in a second, where have I got to join it to? Yes, that's what I thought. Just always better to check. Otherwise, you don't want to make any mistakes. So I'll pick up one of my 3x4s, like this here. And what we're going to do, see how we've got 2 beads at the top? Essentially, we're going to replicate what we've been doing. So these 2 beads, we're coming out of these 2, and we're going to go diagonally across, because that's going to sit our little crystal in there. And then through these 2 just here. See that? So I'm coming out of the bottom down here, and I'm going diagonally upwards and through the same direction again. And then as you pull that tight, you'll see, if I just zoom in a little for you, you'll see it just pops ever so nicely inside there like that. See that? Really, really nice, really easy. And we're going to just continue making this little piece just like this as we sort of continue along. So now what we'll do again is pick up 1, 2. I'll just make sure I've got the rows correct. Yes, good. So we go 1, 2 of these little fellas. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Here we go. 2 of these, a contrast, 4 beads, like so, and finally 1 contrast. And we'll go through these 2 beads that were already coming through just here. So through those same 2 beads again. And we'll pull it nice and tight. The reason we're going through them in the same direction is to create the next little loop up the side. So pull, like that. Got that one nice and firm. And exactly as before, we're going to pick up one of our little crystals and we're going to jump diagonally across up to the final 2 towards our little contrast bead. So see this, 1 and 2. This makes a really nice strap. I really like this little design. It's really, really nice. Oops. Pull. If it's a little loose, don't worry. It'll get nice and tight in half a second. Just make sure your threads don't get all caught around each other like these ones just did. There we go. And just pop that into the center. Like so. And now you can see, if I show you it, the way I've done it, I've kind of done it so that my loop is a teensy weensy bit small for my crystal. And let me show you why I do that. Obviously you don't have to do it this way, but I quite like to, just because you get some 3-dimensional texture from your necklace. See how they sort of sit above just that tiniest little bit? I think it looks really, really effective when you do it like that, just to give you some 3-dimensional sort of look about it. Where if I show you in a longer piece just here, so, oops, a bit bright, you can see that they sort of sit really nicely, sort of just above, like your work, just like that. And maybe I should show I don't know why that looks so intensely bright, but it's not such a bright color. It's a really nice color, actually. I don't know why it looks so intense. But yeah, so wait, I'll show you it here. Now you can see the real color of it. Look at that. That's what it really looks like. Let's just have a look. Here we go. There's the real color of it. Lovely. But yeah, because you've got that 3x4 sticking up, it gives you that 3-dimensional texture about it. So it's flat on one side and 3-dimensional on the other. Otherwise, if you prefer, we can make our little loop just a fraction larger by adding an extra bead in. So what I'll do is I'll just pick up 1, 2. So instead of see how we've got little groups of 4, you can do it if you want it to sit a little bit better inside. You can do it like groups of 5 even. So one of them 5 and one of them 4. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 this time. We'll add 1 bead. We're experimenting here and we'll see how it looks. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 contrast. So I've added just 1 extra bead at the start here to sort of add a bit of extra space for that crystal if you want it to sit more within your little loop. So it will look very, very similar, but you'll find it's just going to be ever so fractionally more inside the circle if you want to, just because you've got that tiny bit bigger. Maybe even 2 beads might look better. I'll try a couple of both and we'll see what we think. So I'm going to jump across now, jump up and go 1, 2, just before that contrast there. And now pull, 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 all the way, wee, all the way home. Just like a little piggy. Get that nicely pulled. Get it firm. Pull them both. And just keep going. Oops, caught on my thread here. Pull, 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 all the way until it sits ever so more snugly inside There you go. So that will sit ever so slightly more inside, but you know what? I might even go one more. I'll add one more bead and we'll see how that looks too. Because maybe you can see there's just a teensy weensy gap in this one. So maybe 5 and 5 will be better. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 1 contrast, and now 5 beads. So 5 beads, it seems, looks like the beads will sit inside. I just thought I would make for a fun test. See how it would go. There we go. So just through here, and now back through these same 2 beads that I've been using. There we go. And now it's just that little bit bigger. So you can sort of just play with it and see what size fits best for whichever crystal you're using. If you're using a rounder crystal, maybe it'll sit with a different number of crystals, because these ones are that sort of rondelly donut shape. These are 3x4s that I'm using. So when I pull that nice and tight, there you go. That sits pretty snug, I think. That's nicely inside that little hole. So you can see it just changes the look ever so slightly, where now the crystal is inside a little bit more inside my work, rather than sort of hidden, as it were, popped up. So if you want it more inside the work, do it a little bit larger. If you like it with that sort of popping up, which I quite like, then do it like that. It's entirely up to you. In fact, do you know what? I'm looking at it and I can see the design, and you guys are going to go, ho ho ho, you're going to like this. You're going to like this, I think. So what I'm going to do, this might work. I'm just sort of seeing the design come to my mind. So I'm going to go 2 red ones. Obviously, I'm going to have to undo this because I'll have to redo it later. But here's another way that you can do it, which could look really cool. So I'm going to go my 3 red ones, just here. And now, wait till you see this. I'm going to do 7. I'm going to do all gold now. I'm going to just do them all gold. Or do I want to do one of them? Yeah, I'm going to do them all gold, I think. Let's go. Actually, we'll go 1 more red one, and then I'll do 6 golds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I tell you, I think you're going to like this. I can already, I can see it coming with my head inside my mind's eye, but wait till you see what's going to happen. So we'll go through this, just here, pull that nice and tight. You're going to go, what is he doing? What is he doing? I can already hear Jermaine going, what is he doing? So now let's pick up our crystal, and we'll jump across, and we'll go through the 2 final gold ones just here. So we've got the same number of beads, that ever so slightly larger number of beads. But instead, oh, I think this is going to look so cool. Wait till you see it. Let's pull this nice and firm. And now we're going to do it the other way around. So I'm going to add 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 gold ones. And now I'll do 6 red ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait till you see what's coming. You're going to go, wow. Pull that nice and tight. And we'll go through those same... where am I at? Yeah, through those same 2 beads again. And I'll add in my crystal. And we'll go through these 2 last red ones. This is coming together. This is coming together. I'll do it a few more. 1, 2, 3 red ones. 4 red ones, sorry. And 6 gold ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I tell you, I've had a moment of inspiration here. This looks good. Maybe I got 1 too many here. I wonder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What have I done there? Oh, I went through the wrong beads, did I? Doesn't matter. Whatever. You'll see it. It'll come together in a second. I went through the wrong 2. There we go. These 2 here. Oops, there we go. pull it nice and tight. Add my little crystal. So this one looks a bit funny because I didn't quite get it in the right spot. There we go. Pick up a crystal. And we'll go through the 2 last gold ones. I don't think you'll have enough beads because, I mean, we've only given you beads to do it like the initial design. But hey, I mean, I had a moment of inspiration and maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I didn't add enough beads here, did I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no, I did. Pull that tight. 1, 2, 3, 4. 6. But yeah, so you might not be able to do this with your actual kit because we don't give you enough of the contrast, because I didn't think about that before I started doing it. I just had my moment of inspiration. But hey, why not? It's a nice idea. Just get some extra beads if you want to. And now you've got little waves coming up each side. How's that look? What do we think of that? Which one do you prefer? The sort of the wave design, or do you prefer the original one where it was coming before? Do you like it with the contrasts, or do you like that little wave shape? What do you think? Comment in, tell me, which one do you like better? The waves or using the contrasts? Whoops. Through there. Pull this a bit firmer. There we go. I'll just do one last one. And essentially you just continue on like this. Ooh, wow, it's gotten nice and bright up here. Through there. See, it's always fun to play, experiment with things, see how they come out. You never know, you might surprise yourself. So through there. Man, that one's almost tight. See, I guess this is a reward for you who've stuck around for the whole tutorial. You get to see all these creative design moments happening. So let's see. Yeah, Shelley says, I want to do both. I want to alternate them every now and again. Oh no, wait a minute. Yeah, where is it? Here, Leanne says, are you able to purchase the instructions only? Yes, Leanne, you most certainly can. I'll show you exactly where. If you click the link in the description, it says, you know, view the kit or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it says. But if you click on that, either you can go straight to our homepage or click the link in the description. That's the easiest way. Click on that and it will take you to, if you click the link in the description, this page right here. So if you want to get an actual kit, they're here. But if you want to get just the pattern like Leanne does, it's this one just down here. So the very, very last one, the little square, add to basket, just the pattern, £6.50, which of course, if you are not yet a member on our newsletter, you can save yourself a £5 by clicking the other link that's in the description there that says, you know, sign up to the Bead Spider newsletter. You get a £5 voucher by doing that for our beading patterns. The voucher is only for beading patterns. But yeah, so what did you think about that? I thought that was a fun little idea. Actually, I'll just pop back to it. There we go. So there's that little design. But do you know what? I think, like, here it was, Shelley. She said, I would do both, alternating every few cycles. I think that's a nice suggestion. You can sort of play around like that. But anyway, I'll just do one last little go of those beadaroonies. One last little iteration, which I've almost lost my needle. There it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then through those same 2 beads once more. Doing this sideways, which is a bit awkward, but, you know, whatever. Oh, whoops. Didn't hide the comment. There we go. Let's see. Pull that tight. And last little crystal. Oh, I say my last little crystal. I've almost run out. These are the crystals I'm using, by the way. 3x4 little crystals. They're like milky on one side, and then they've got this gorgeous sort of come on brain, like a champagne-y, lustry, orangey color. But yeah, that's kind of gonna finish us off, I think. I'll just do this one last one. Next week, I've got lots of fun things planned. I won't tell you quite just yet because they're still sort of in the works. So how many different things it will be, we will wait and see. Wait, let me just get this last one in there. Come on now. So here we go, and through these last 2 little red ones. There we go. Get it nice and tight. It's not tight enough yet. There we go. Oh, it's got caught. That's what happened. I was wondering why it didn't quite look right. I pierced my thread or something. No, there we go. That's better. It was just caught. And there we go. There's our last little one there. There we are. You can see. Make a really nice little strap. And obviously, because I'm going to have to undo this, I'll just show you the way that you would finish this off. Because you get a nice crystal with it, I believe. I hope. You can just add your little clasp section. You do the same on the other. But yes, oh yeah, I just saw Sandy. Sandy suggested one more name suggestion. She said Lava Love Red. So let's just pop the ticker up so that I can remind people. Is it this one? Yes. Comment your suggestion of a name for this lovely red and gold kit that I've just done. Just like Sandy has just there. And you could win one. You can win your choice of colorway, whichever colorway you desire. Any of them, it's up to you. But yeah, the best name, I'm going to release which one is my favorite probably for next Wednesday's video. So make sure you're watching to find out if you've won. If you've given me a name suggestion, commented it down somewhere, you know, maybe you'll win. But please do share this video, of course. I hope you've enjoyed my little amulet bag. I'll hold it up so that we can see kind of what it looks like. I need to finish him off, of course, but there's my little tassely bits. There's the strap there, and you can see there. See the first couple where you've got the sort of 3-dimensional texture where they stick out to give you the. See the bottom 3 how they're. Wait, come on now. See how the bottom 3 sort of stick out a little bit? Gives you the 3D texture, and the other ones they sort of are more inside. So that's sort of the difference on making it that little bit bigger or smaller. But yeah, so come up with your best name for this. Wait, for this colorway here, this particular one, and you could win any of your choice of amulet kits. We don't care where you are. We'll still send it to you in the mail. But yeah, there you go. That's what they look like just here. So give us your suggestion on the name, and you could win. Thank you very, very much, everybody, for joining me. I hope you've had lots of fun Kay says, I want to see the pictures. I want to see them too, Kay, but unfortunately, I mentioned it earlier, my sister, her new house finally completed. Her and her husband, they finally managed to buy a new house. It only completed just today. Jermaine and I had to go and collect the keys this morning. Andrew's off in London, or he's driving there. He probably only just arrived, to help out with the pack up and everything, so that they can move from London out towards Cheltenham where we are. But anyway, yeah, so that's why I don't have the photos, but I will show them next Friday. Guaranteed, next Friday I'm going to have them all ready. If you haven't done it so before, send us your pictures to live@beadspider.co.uk. This big email address at the bottom there, live@beadspider.co.uk. Whatever you've been making, whatever you've been doing, if you are going to have a go at making an amulet bag, send us a picture of that. If you've been knitting or sewing, you can send us a picture of that. We don't care what it is. Just send us a little picture and we will let you know. We'll try and get it shown on the tutorial next Friday. So that's how you can be part of the show. Of course, sign up to the newsletter, share this video, like it, do all of the usual things. Lots of people still here, which is absolutely fantastic to see. Lots of comments coming in. Yeah, it seems everybody liked the wave look of my my little strap there. But let's see. Yeah, we've still got Chris here. Max, someone did tell me Max's actual name. Was it Valerie? I missed it. Kay is here. Christine, she's still around. Thank you for sticking around, everybody. We've got Doris. She says, another nice video, very relaxing. Well, I'm glad I can help you all chill out and relax. I don't know what's going on with my hair all of a sudden. It's decided to misbehave. I'm getting too enthusiastic about the beads. Monica's still here, all the way from Borneo Island, if I remember correctly. Monica is in Borneo. We've got Doris here, Leanne as well. But yeah, so thank you everybody for joining me today. I hope you've had lots of fun. I will see you all next week. You can keep commenting with whatever your name suggestion is. Keep commenting. We're not gonna end it until Wednesday. So you can choose and keep, if you think of something, if you're at home and you're beading away on some other completely different tutorial, and then all of a sudden you go, aha, and you come up with the perfect name, go for it. I want to hear whatever names, suggestions you've got. Comment them in, and then eventually someone's going to win one of the kits for free. But yeah, thank you all very, very much for joining me. I hope you have a lovely weekend. I'm probably going to have a bit of a busy one myself, preparing everything for next week's tutorial. So have a lovely weekend, and I will see you all next week. Thank you very, very much for joining me, and bye-bye.